Good evening. We are in Parkland, Florida, where yesterday's terror has faded into horror and anger and loss. This is now a community of forensic teams and grief counselors, mourners and trauma surgeons and funeral directors. It's a town of vigils, this one drawing thousands tonight. This is Parkland tonight, points of light shining in the darkness. We have seen far too many vigils like this one. In Aurora, Colorado, we remember listening as the names of the dead were read aloud. And after every name, mourners who'd gathered chanted three simple, sorrowful words. "We will remember," they said. It was a promise to the dead and to their families. We will remember. Parkland is now a name among names like Aurora. It's the newest point on a tear-stained map. Parkland is Las Vegas tonight. It's Sutherland Springs, Texas. It's Charleston and Columbine. It's Oak Creek and Newtown. The only truly unique aspect to all of this, and the saddest, are the names and the lives of the 17 individuals, each unique and each precious. We know all their names tonight. We only know some of their stories, and we regret not knowing more, but we want to tell you about those we know. Nicholas Dworet was a star swimmer, a senior at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School with an athletic scholarship to the University of Indianapolis this fall. His whole life was ahead of him. The university's president today saying Nick's death is a reminder that we are connected to the larger world, and when tragedy hits in places around the world, it oftentimes affects us at home. He was 17 years old. Nicholas Dworet, we will remember. Aaron Feiss coached football, worked security, and worked after school on the weekends mowing lawns, helping people, putting others first. He helped a player through cancer treatment, sending him prayers and cheering him up. Putting himself second, not first, was how someone put it. That's how he lived his life, and that's how he died, putting himself between his students and the gunfire. When other lives were being taken, he gave his. He was 37 years old. Aaron Feiss, we will remember. During the summer, teacher Scott Beagle was a counselor at Camp Starlight in Pennsylvania. His kids have been posting tributes to him online, and the camp posted this: "The Starlight family is wrapping their arms around each other today, singing from our hearts to Starlight's beloved friend and hero, Scott Beagle. May every road rise up to meet your feet, and may the wind be at your back. May good friends supply every lack, until once more as friends we meet. Shalom, shalom." Scott was 35. Scott Beagle, we will remember. We will remember Alyssa Aladef, a freshman. She loves soccer. Her mom says she was smart, she was talented, successful, beautiful, just 14 years old. Alyssa Aladef, we will remember. Chris Hickson was athletic director at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas and was the wrestling coach. A colleague at another school telling the Sun-Sentinel, "Chris is probably the nicest guy I've ever met. He would give you the shirt off his back. He does so much." 49 years old. Chris Hickson, we will remember. Jamie Gutenberg was a student, her father sharing the loss on Facebook. "My heart is broken," he wrote. "Yesterday, Jennifer Bloom Gutenberg and I lost our baby girl to a violent shooting at her school. We lost our daughter, and my son Jesse Gutenberg lost his sister. I am broken as I write this, trying to figure out how my family gets through this. Hugs to all, and hold your children tight." She was just 14 years old. Jamie Gutenberg, we will remember. Luke Hoyer's cousin says he was an amazing individual, always happy, always smiling. His smile was contagious, and so was his laugh. He loved his mom, his dad with all his power. He was 15 years old. Luke Hoyer, we will remember. Elena Petty's family describes her as a vibrant, determined young woman, loved by all who knew her. She was in junior ROTC and served as a volunteer for the Helping Hands program of the LDS Church. Elena helped in the cleanup and rebuilding after Hurricane Irma. Her family says, while we will not have the opportunity to watch her grow up and become the amazing woman we know she would become, we are keeping an eternal perspective. We're grateful for the knowledge that Elena is a part of our eternal family and that we will reunite with her. She too was 14 years old. Elena Petty, we will remember. Martin Duque Anguiano was a freshman. His older brother Miguel writes, "Words cannot describe my pain. I love brother Martin. You'll be missed, buddy." He, like Elena, was just 14. Martin Duque Anguiano, we will remember. A friend says this about Joaquin Oliver: "He was just such a good-hearted kid who loved family and his friends. He was just a very family-oriented person who always just loved to be around people. He loved to hang with his friends all the time, and all I can tell you is he was a very loving kid, and he would have done anything for his friends and his family. He was 17 years old. Joaquin Oliver, we will remember. As we said, we regret not being able tonight to bring you all the stories of the 17 whose lives were cut short, and the reason, of course, is that we just don't know them yet, but we will in the days to come, and we hope so will you. But tonight we want you to at least know all of their names. 15-year-old Peter Wang, we will remember. 14-year-old Alex Schachter, we will remember. 17-year-old Helena Ramsey, we will remember. 14-year-old Carol Lochran, we will remember. 18-year-old Meadow Pollock, we will remember. Carmen Schentrup, 16 years old, we will remember. And Gina Montalto, like so many others, so young, 14 years old, Gina Montalto, we will remember. We remember them all tonight. The one name we will not be uttering, of course, the one person we don't want to remember, the one name that should not be remembered by history, is that of their confessed killer.